Okay, as I said, there are 545 seats in Lok Sabha, and these seats come from different states and political parties. UP has the highest number of seats, that is 80. If one political party hits the majority in this number of seats, the majority is around 273, they get to form the government. I'll get in a bit to explain what I mean by forming the government. So 545 seats, people representing these seats are called Council of Ministers or MPs. Council of Ministers or Members of Parliament. Member of Parliament. So this is a set of group who are the representatives in Lok Sabha. So think of this as a group in the class, and class has a leader, right? Just like that, Council of Ministers will choose a leader for themselves. So that leader is called Prime Minister. And current Prime Minister is Narendra Modi, and we'll know who is the next Prime Minister after this election for the next tenure. And Prime Minister chooses a subset of Council of Ministers, and that set is called Union Cabinet. You would have heard Cabinet Ministers, right? So Union Cabinet is a set of ministers who serve major verticals like Home Affairs, External Affairs, Defense, etc. For example, current government Home Affairs Minister is Rajnath Singh, Nirmala Sitharaman as Defense Minister, Sushma Swaraj as External Affairs, etc. So Prime Minister along with Union government form a supreme power, and they have upper hand in creating the laws and approving the laws. So that's what's called like forming the government. So if one political party hits this majority, then they form this Prime Minister and Union Cabinet, and they have upper hand in like creating these laws and making the decisions. So for example, in 2014 election, BJP won 282 seats. That was a clear majority win, and they could clearly form their Prime Minister and also Union Cabinet. So let's say none of the political parties hit the majority, right? For example, let's say there are 3 political parties, A, B, and C, and A 150, B 130, and C rest of this. So, which is less than this majority. Think of that. Think of it like that. So, if none of the political parties hits the majority, then they have a chance to form an alliance. So here A plus B can form an alliance, and this is definitely hitting the majority, so they can form this Prime Minister plus Union Cabinet government. So that's why political parties form alliances. So in case they don't hit the majority, then they form alliances to form the government. So we have different alliances in India. We'll explain. We'll discuss that in a bit. Let's finish this part. So Council of Ministers, Prime Minister, and Union Cabinet. So these are the ministers. Now you would have heard you would have seen in Lok Sabha hearings. So there is one single person sitting in the middle, regulating and hearing all these speeches, right? So to regulate and hear these speeches and allegations and stuff, there are people called officers in Lok Sabha. So officers. And Lok Sabha officers are Speaker and Deputy Speaker. So current Speaker is Sumitra Mahajan. So these are the set of people in Lok Sabha. Council of Ministers, all ministers, Prime Minister leading the set of ministers, and Union Cabinet, subset of ministers among these Council of Ministers, and officers who regulate Lok Sabha hearings. Okay, now let's get to the alliances part.